Good morning, children. I am Manish Pandey from LPM Public School. Today I am going to explain you second chapter of class 6, and that is In Father's Presence. This extract is from Swami and Friends. So this short part is taken from Swami and Friends, a popular children's book by the well-known writer R.K. Narayanan, written by R.K. Narayanan. So this story is related to 10-year-old Swaminathan, and his short name is Swami, and his everyday adventures in the fictional town of Malgudi. Actually, fictional town of Malgudi means Malgudi was not a real town. It was only a story. Here we see Swami struggling with the mysteries of mathematics. Actually, Swami does not like mathematics. Okay, so he was struggling to solve a question of mathematics. His father tries to get him to study during the summer holidays, and summer holidays was going on, and his father made him study. Now we start chapter. How many days it is since you have touched your book? Here his father is asking him, how many days since you have last touched your book? Father asked, as he blew off the fine layer of dust of Swaminathan's book. Actually, dust was accumulated over the Swaminathan's book. His father was trying to remove that dust and clear the web that industrious spider was weaving between a corner of the table and the pile of books. And his father was trying to remove a web by a hard-working spider weaving between a corner of the table and the pile of books. Swaminathan viewed this question as a gross breach of promise. When his father asked his question, Swami thought my father is breaking of promise. Breach of promise means breaking of promise. Should I read even when I have no school? So Swami asked his father, why should I study? And I am not going to school. And summer vacation is going on, summer holidays is going on. Do you think you have passed the BA? Father asked. Now father is again asking to Swami, have you passed BA? Have you completed your graduation? I mean, father, when the school is closed, when there is no examination, even then should I read? Swami replied, father, summer vacation is going on. Our school is closed, examination is over. Why should I study now? What a question, you must read. Father told him, why you are asking this question? You have to read. But father, you said before the examination. But father, before examination you told me I need not read. I should not read after they were over. Once your examination is over, you should not read. Swami told to his father. Even Rajam does not read. Rajam was one of his friends. Swami is referring to Rajan here. As he uttered the last sentence, he tried to believe it. He clearly remembered Rajam's complaining bitterly of a home tutor who came and pestered him for 2 hours a day, thrice a week. Now, Swami is remembering one thing about Rajam's complaint. Rajam made a complaint against his tutor. His tutor came to his home and imitated. Rajam was asking him something, to his tutor something, and his tutor was teaching him only hours a day, 2 hours a day, twice a week. only 3 days in a week and for only for 2 hours. Father was apparently deaf to Swaminathan's remark, and after hearing this, his father was surprised. He stood over Swaminathan. He stood right over Swaminathan and set him to dust his books and clean his table. So his father made Swami to remove dust and clean his table. Half an hour later, Swaminathan sat in his father's room. So after removing dust, after half an hour, Swaminathan went into his father's room and sat in a chair with a slate in his hand and pencil ready. So with a pencil and a slate, he went into his father's room. Father held an arithmetic book open and dictated. So father opened his arithmetic book and started dictate to Swami. Rama has 10 mangoes with which he wants to earn 15 annas. Krishna wants only 4 mangoes. How much will Krishna have to pay? So question like this he dictated to Swami. Swaminathan gazed and gazed at this sum, and every time he read it, it seemed to acquire a new meaning. Actually, when Swaminathan was reading this question, he was not getting what question tries to convey. He had the feeling of having stepped into a fearful maze. So he felt like he stepped into a very confusing place where he is unable to find out way of out. His mouth began to water at the thought of mangoes. Actually, when his father asked him this question, he became greedy at the thought of ripe mangoes. He wondered what made Rama fix 15 annas for 10 mangoes. He thought, why Rama is only taking 15 annas for 10 mangoes? He wondered what made Rama fix 15 annas for 10 mangoes. What kind of a man was Rama? What sort of man was Rama? Why he fixed so little amount? Probably he was like Shankar. Somehow one could not help feeling that he must have been like Shankar. So Swami thought, Rama is like a Shankar with his 10 mangoes and his iron determination to get 15 annas. Shankar is also very determined person. So Swami thought, Rama is like a Shankar with iron determination to get 15 annas for 10 mangoes only. If Rama was like Shankar, Krishna must have been like the Pia. So these are his friends from Malgudi. Yes, Swaminathan felt an unaccountable sympathy for Krishna. Now Swaminathan is feeling compassion for Krishna. He was feeling pity for Krishna. Have you done the sum? Father asked. Now his father is asking question, have you completed your sum? Looking over the newspaper, he was reading. At the same time, his father was reading newspaper. Father, will you tell me if the mangoes were ripe? Now, to solve this sum, Swami was trying to ask a question to his father, whether the mangoes were ripe or unripe. Father regarded him for a while and smothering a smile. Now father looked at Swami and tried to conceal his smile at the question of Swami. Do the sum first. Now his father telling, complete your sum first. I will tell you whether his fruits were ripe or not. Afterwards, after some time, when you will do the sum, I will give you answer. Swaminathan felt utterly helpless. Now Swaminathan could not think way out. If only father would tell him whether Rama was trying to sell ripe fruits or unripe ones. Swaminathan is thinking that if my father could tell me whether mangoes were ripe or unripe, I can easily give answer. I can easily do the sum. What avail would it be to tell him afterwards? So Swami thought, if father give me my answer afterwards, what will be the use of that answer? He felt strongly that the answer to this question contained the key to the whole problem. He thought, if my father will give answer of my question, I could easily solve this sum. It would be scandalous to expect 15 annas for 10 unripe mangoes. So Swami thought it would be wrong to accept 15 annas for unripe mangoes. The amount is too big for 10 unripe mangoes. But even if he did, it would be unlike Rama, whom Swaminathan was steadily beginning to hate and invest with the darkest qualities. Now, here, Swami started thinking ill of Rama. He is thinking that Rama is charging too much. He is taking too much money for only 10 unripe mangoes. So Rama is not a good person. He is now thinking darkest qualities of Rama. Father, I cannot do the sum. Now, after being irritated, Swami told his father, Father, I cannot do the sum. Swaminathan said, pushing away the slate. So Swaminathan pushed his slate at one side and told his father, I cannot do the sum. What is the matter with you? You can't solve a simple problem in a simple proportion. Now his father is being angry. His father told Swami, what is your problem? Why you are not able to solve this very simple question? So Swami replied, we are not taught this kind of thing in our school. Okay, our teacher did not teach me this kind of sum. Get the slate here. Now his father told, bring your slate here. I will make you give the answer. Okay, I will tell you how to solve this question. Swaminathan waited with interest for the miracle to happen. Now Swaminathan is thinking that how could my father make me solve this sum? Father studied the sum for a second and asked, what is the price of 10 mangoes? Now father is studying this question. Father is repeating this question and asking the Swami, now give me answer. Swaminathan looked over the sum. Now once again Swaminathan just gazed at the sum to find out which part of the sum contained an answer to this question. Now Swaminathan is thinking that how can I get answer after reading the sum again, reading the question again and again? I don't know. You seem to be an extraordinary idiot. Now his father is getting angry and telling to Swami, you are fool. Now read the sum, read the question again. Come on, how much does Rama expect for 10 mangoes? Rama, how much money is Rama expecting for 10 mangoes? 15 annas, of course. Swaminathan thought. So Swaminathan thought, only 15 annas Rama expects. But how could that be its price? Just price. So his father is asking, tell me the price. What would be the price? It was very well for Rama to expect it in his avarice. Actually, Swami thought that Rama has become very greedy person and he is asking for 15 annas for only 10 mangoes. But was it the right price? So was Swami thinking, was Rama is charging right price for 10 mangoes? And then there was a obscure point and there was unclear question whether the mangoes were ripe or not. So Swami wanted to ask, wanted to know answer of this question: mangoes were ripe or not? If they were ripe, 15 annas might not be an improbable price. If all the mangoes were ripe, then Rama is taking right amount. If only he could get more light on this point. So that is why Swami wanted to get answer of this question whether mangoes were ripe or not, but he was not getting his answer. How much does Rama want for his mangoes? 15 annas, replied Swaminathan, without connection. So without being sure, Rama replied, only 15 annas Rama want. Very good. How many mangoes does Krishna want? Krishna want only 4 mangoes. What is the price of 4? Now his father is asking, what is the price of 4? Father seemed to delight in torturing him. Now father is asking questions Swami again and again, and father feels happy. Swami's father is feeling that if I will ask again and again, Swami would be able to give me answer. How could he know? How could he know what that fool Krishna would pay? Swaminathan is thinking, how could I tell the answer? Look here, boy, I have half a mind to thrash you. Now Swami's father telling to Swami, I am making a mind to beat you. What have you in your head? Why you are not able to do this sum? 10 mangoes cost 15 annas. What is the price of one? Are you not able to tell me? Are you not able to do this sum? Come on, if you don't say it, if you will not tell me, then I will think that you are not getting this answer. His hand took Swaminathan's ear. Now Swami's father hold Swaminathan's ear and gently twisted it, and he twisted his ear. Swaminathan could not open his mouth. Swaminathan could not tell anything because he could not decide whether the solution lay in the realm of addition, subtraction, multiplication or division. So Swaminathan could not decide whether what calculation I have to do to solve this question, whether addition, subtraction, multiplication or division. He could not think of it. The longer he hesitated, the more violent the twist was becoming. Now he was not giving his answer, his father was twisting his ear more violently. In the end, when father was waiting with his call, so after some time, his father with a frowning look for an answer. He was very anxious to get an answer of his question. He received only a squeal from his son. He received a shrill sound from his son. I am not going to leave you till you tell me how much a single mango cost at 15 annas for 10. Now his father is telling to Swami, until you give me answer, I will not going to leave you, I will not spare you. What was the matter with father? Now Swami Nathan is getting irritated. What is wrong with my father? Where was the urgency to know its price? Why my father is very urgent to know answer of this question? Anyway, if father wanted to so badly to know, instead of harassing him, let him go to the market and find it out. If father wanted to know the answer of this question, let him go into the market. He should go into the market and find out the price. The whole brood of Ramas and Krishnas, with their endless transaction, with odd quantities of mangoes and fraction of money were getting uh, disgusting. So now here Swaminathan thought that all of them with their endless transaction, it means this I'm not getting answer of this question with odd quantities of mangoes and fraction of money were getting disgusting. This question is being disgusted by me because I'm not getting the answer of this question. Father admitted defeat by declaring one mango costs 15 over 10 anna. Simplify it. Now his father is giving some clues to Swami to solve it. His father is telling one mangoes cost 15 by 10 annas. Now simplify it. I am giving you clue and am solving this question, and now father you have to solve it. Here he was being led to the most hideous reason of arithmetic fraction. So here Swaminathan led to very unpleasant topic of arithmetic fraction, and topic was fractions. Give me the slate, father, I will find out. Now Swaminathan is ready to give the answer of this sum. He worked and found at the end of 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, Swaminathan was able to give answer. The price of one mango is 3 over 2 annas. It means 3 by 2. Price was 3 by 2. He expected to be contradicted at any moment, but father said, very good, simplified father. Swami expected that my father will say, no, your answer was wrong. But his father said, very good, simplified further. Now go ahead to simplify further. It was plain sailing after that. So it was very simple question after that. Swaminathan announced at the end of half an hour agony. So after struggling of half an hour, Swaminathan gave his answer. Krishna must pay 6 annas and burst into tears. After giving his answer, Swaminathan started weeping. At 5 o'clock, when he was ready to start for the club, Swaminathan's father felt sorry for having worried his son all afternoon. So Swaminathan's father felt pity for his son that all afternoon he tortured his son. Would you like to come with me to club, boy? Now his father is asking to Swami, would you like to come with me to the club? He asked when he saw Swaminathan sulking behind a pillar with a woe begone face. When Swaminathan's father saw Swami in a sullen mood behind a pillar with a woe begone, in a very unhappy manner, with a very unhappy face, Swaminathan answered by disappearing for a minute. Swaminathan said, okay, yes, I will accompany you, and disappeared for a minute and reappeared dressed in his coat and cap. So Swaminathan went inside and dressed in a coat and cap and came back to his father. So thank you, my children. Have a nice day.